Hello and welcome to the Somatic Movement and Mindset podcast with me, clinical somatic educator and founder of Total Somatics, Heidi Hadley. The Somatic Movement and Mindset podcast has been designed to help you gain a deeper understanding to how your mind and body work. You will learn about your amazing mind and body and why over time you can feel pain, recurring injuries and poor posture. Within this podcast, I will teach you why this doesn't have to be your future or the norm for you. Would you like to learn how to reduce pain, move freely, and gain a new lease of life? Let's get started. Hello and welcome back. Now, it's been absolutely brilliant doing Somatic in September 2022 with many of you, and it's been some wonderful results. So thank you for joining me. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the membership doors for Total Somatics are currently open, and the doors will actually close on Friday, the 30th of September, 2022. So if you'd like to join Total Somatics and join me within the membership and the wealth of sort of workshops and knowledge and techniques that you can learn to help you reduce pain, improve posture, increase mobility, develop mindfulness, and just so much more in between all of that, please go to totalsomatics.com. Click the Join Now page, and then from there you can come in and join the membership and all the beautiful members all around the world. Now, if you have experienced Total Somatics, if you are a member or you've done some of my live experiences, or I've taught you in practitioner workshops or in the general public in workshops, what you'll also be aware of is how much I emphasize the power of visualization, especially when we're dealing with people that have a lot of pain. And today I'm going to reveal why it's so important, visualization with Total Somatic movement and education. And that is because visualization has been scientifically proven to work. And we see it all the time because elite athletes use visualization as part of their practice, basically. And other people might use the word mental rehearsal. So really, mental rehearsal is where you will see, and I'm sure you've seen it at different big events, you can see that athlete going through in their mind, maybe the hurdles, maybe it's the choreography for their diving routine, maybe it's a gymnast that's going through the choreography, maybe it's a cyclist that's kind of thinking of the course that they've got to do. You see, mentally, they have rehearsed that so many times in their head that when they go to do it for real, their brain feels like they've done it thousands and thousands of times. And that's why visualization or mental rehearsal is very, very powerful, because what it's doing is it's allowing your brain to wire perfectly to deal with this situation. And what that does is it actually enhances the physical performance. And I'd like to share some amazing research with you to prove that. Now, there's a chief researcher at Harvard Medical School. In the early 1990s, this experiment happened, and he was discovering the power of mental rehearsal or visualization. And there were some incredible results that came regarding brain plasticity. So what happened is he had two groups, and in the groups, they've never, ever played the piano before. So what he did is he taught them which fingers to move, and then he allowed them to hear the notes of the music that was to be played. And then he split them into two groups. So one group was the mental practice group, and the second group was a physical practice group. So the mental practice group, they had to sit in front of this electric piano keyboard for 2 hours every day for 5 days. And they had to visualize playing the piano and then hearing the tune. Now, the second group, they were the physical practice group, and they actually rehearsed. And again, they did this for the same amount of time as the mental rehearsal group. Now, before the experiment, both groups had this brain mapping. So they had a look at what their brain was actually like. And then each day, and then after the experiment, they would look at how their brain was basically shaping and molding and looking at the plasticity of their brain. Now, when they were asked to play the piano, the computer would use like a plot accuracy to actually check their performance. So there was all this computerized stuff happening to see if it would be very accurate, their performance. And you know what? The results were absolutely amazing. And what it showed is that their brain maps in both groups were very, very similar. You see, basically the ones that did the visualization or the mental rehearsal, they produced the same physical changes in the motor system of the brain as the ones that had learned physically in the other group. And you know, by day 5, the changes in basically in the motor signals in their muscles were identical to the other group. And the researcher actually said, he said the physical practice group were more confident and basically more comfortable. However, what he did is he spent 2 extra hours with the people that did the mental rehearsal. And in those 2 extra hours, he then just showed them how to play it. And when they just learned in those 2 extra hours, their confidence built. So the difference was just confidence. But on a neurological level, everything was the same. Isn't that incredible? And so his conclusion here was that he said that neuroplasticity is very powerful, and the use of visualization is an effective way to prepare for learning a physical skill with minimal physical practice. Now, that's really important, and that statement and conclusion he made is incredibly important for us, because within Total Somatics, that is a very important principle. Because, you know, in Total Somatic Education and within the Total Somatics membership, I teach you about pain perception. I teach you how your mindset influences your nervous system and your hormones and everything else. There's so much involved in it all. And yet what we also want to know is that in addition to this, with Total Somatic Education, when you start to educate and empower yourself within areas of your health and well-being, you actually start to notice that you can implement all these practices within your day and know that you don't have to work really hard to get the results. Because when you know that knowledge and you develop the practice and the skills, you are actually working really smart with your body and getting fantastic results. Because there are various ways within Total Somatics that I teach movement and I teach pandiculation. And that's because I keep going back to the cutting edge neuroscience, the pain science, the movement science, the clinical studies, in order to work with you, to work with your pain levels, to work with your health status. You see, when I keep my finger on the pulse, and that's what's so good about the membership, is because people are asking me questions all the time, which means I need to keep my finger on the pulse, because everybody's nervous system is different. Everybody's pain level is different. Everybody needs to be able to learn pandiculations and somatic movement that is going to complement and work with them. And teaching them how we can create adaptations and variations is incredibly amazing and very, very powerful and rewarding to see. And you see, visualization has a huge role in this. And there are skills and techniques that I teach you, which involves specific somatic movement, specific pandiculations, and visualization practice. And that can be used for people that are in pain, that have got restrictions in their movement, or just as a way to kind of create something called differentiations. It's a way to spice up your brain and get your brain to be curious and explore different ways. You see, we want to keep your brain engaged all the time, keep it fresh, keep creating all those new brain cells. And when we do that, it creates this youthful inner world for us to work with. So if you'd like to join me within Total Somatics, if you go to totalsomatics.com and then you click on the Join Now page, you'll see that there's a wait list. And if you leave your details on that wait list, the next time we open the doors to the membership, you are more than welcome to join. And you see, I only open them a few times throughout the year for a few days, because the rest of the time I'm staying fully focused on the members to help them to get their results. So if you'd like to join me and the beautiful community all around the world, I would love to invite you in the next time we open the doors to the membership. But also I want to invite you to a very special event. It's a free event that's going to be happening from the 4th to the 6th of November 2022. And it's the annual event for the Total Somatics live experience. And I'm going to be teaching you some really funky, exciting, cool things to do with Total Somatic Education, Total Somatic movement, mindset, mindfulness, pain perception, lots of really fascinating things. And if that's something that appeals to you, please join. And in order to actually be involved in the event, I would love you to go to totalsomatics.com/live experience. So that's totalsomatics.com/live experience. And if you type that in, you will go straight to the page where you can leave your details. And then when the Total Somatics live experience starts between the 4th and the 6th of November, you will receive the Zoom links and the replay links if you can't join live. And I really can't wait to share this absolutely life-changing work with you. It's created so many wonderful results over the years online and here in my clinic in South Australia. It's been so rewarding, and I just want to share that with you too. So I'd love you to join me from the 4th to the 6th of November 2022. It's a free event. Go to totalsomatics.com/live experience. I look forward to seeing you then. All my love and best wishes. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating and also forward this on to somebody you know will benefit. To learn more about pain relief, plus how to improve your health and well-being, go to totalsomatics.com. Until next time, take care.